Welcome everyone. We've got the Star Wars Black Series Revenge of the Sith pack for the 2025 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So these were being sold at the convention, and these should be available August 1st. It is July 31st at the time of this recording. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to purchase this tomorrow from Hasbro Pulse. We're going to do a quick unboxing and a couple quick comparisons. The video that Hasbro did to kind of show this off was really good, so I don't want to go through and try to reinvent the reel here. But I'm pretty excited about this. This is a very cool design that they came up with as far as like, what all you get with it. So the packaging has this matte black, and then it has the shiny black on top of it, and then you got all this, kind of like brown, meant to be like, gold coloring, and you can tell it's not raised, but it you can feel the difference of it, between it and the basic cardboard. There's also this whole design where it's kind of angular, and I've already started unbundling it here to make it easy to open, but there's a nice description on the side. Nothing on this side. Pretty plain on this side, just a bunch of legal stuff. And there is a UPC on the bottom. So you undo the top part, and you've got this nice display with the lights that I got going on here. There's a lot of glare, so I'm just going to try to get this on out. But the rest of the box, is pretty minimal. This is... They've really designed this to kind of be a display piece. So if you're one of those people who don't open, you like to keep things mint in box, you can display this somewhere, and you got a nice little display. But we are going to open it. And there is a lot of tape on here. And it should open up kind of like a little toaster oven, which is tragic, knowing that this is, Anakin's scene where he falls. All right. So this opens up, and then you can see the figures a little bit better, and the accessories a little bit better. There's a whole backdrop to this. But once you open this, the rest slides out. And there are a lot of twist ties here. There's also some instructions that explain how to attach all the pieces. Talking about these pieces. So it's pretty cool. Weird that's sticking out in the back. All right, let's get this on out. All right. Yeah. So our little guy has a peg hole here, and he just kind of drops into it like it does peg in, but he kind of lays on it too. And this doesn't really connect so much. It just kind of slides in. They make it seem like it connects, but it doesn't. No big whoop about that, but that's just a thing I noticed. This little contraption fell off while I was getting it out of the box, so that will go back in. You do get 1,000,000 of these little pegs, and they're basically foot pegs, so that you can have this clean look on the platform. But if you want to peg them in, you plug the pegs in, kind of like the vintage collection Tanton 5 corridor. And then this is already kind of attached, but this does come out. It's just pegged in. You know, this top part is pegged into the lava. So if you wanted to do something creative, you can remove it from this piece. And I do believe the arms do move on this guy. They're kind of ratcheted, so they kind of click into place right about there. So, you know, you can give him a little bit of character too if you want. So that's the base for the most part. As great as the base is, you guys probably want to see the figures. So let's go ahead and bring them out. And these guys look even more amazing in person. I think I'm going to use this platform just to make this a little bit easier. Obviously, you know, they can go onto either platform. You know, Anakin's supposed to go over here. He's got the foot pegs on there if you want to use that. They do come with their lightsabers. The lightsabers are actually in their hand in the package already. And then you get 3 different blades, effect blades of different thickness, and they're pretty clear. So if you wanted to, you know, do some interesting stuff with lighting, you could do that. And then they both come with additional portraits. You know, so you got Obi-Wan with kind of a messy look and a not so messy look. And you've got Anakin full on angry Sith guy, and a more, you know, subdued, relaxed sculpt. Now, you can see his Adam's apple. So you might need to adjust that. Man, they gave him such a prominent Adam's apple. I don't think I've ever seen that in Black Series before. So if you end up missing out on this, or it's like, this is like too much money, there's going to be a regular release that just has the normal heads for both figures. But the angry, actiony head is going to be unique to this set. Another thing, like just holding these, pulling them out of the package, one thing I noticed right away is this pliable plastic for the lower skirt. There is not going to be anything that you can't do with these guys. So this is really good. Same thing with Anakin. He's got this PVC skirt. He's got like all the skirts here, like 2 layers. And again, there is nothing that you're not going to be able to do with this guy. It's just as good as if he had a cloth skirt. That's pretty cool. Even the top tunic is a separate piece. And you can see he's got butterfly. He's got that new neck system a lot of the Black Series have, where the neck is a separate piece. Here we go. So head, ball joint from the head to the neck, ball joint from the neck to the torso. There's no cut line in the center of the abdomen, but there's a lower dumbbell. The hips are like a lot of the new Black Series, where there is some rotation, but they want you to use the knee joint to simulate the rotation. And then the feet on Anakin here, don't know why camera doesn't want to focus. I mean, super extreme posing. So that's good. And then I believe Obi-Wan is pretty much the same. Yep. Yep. PVC tunic. He's got the butterfly joints. Same thing with the hips. Really good ankle articulation. Yeah, exact same setup. They do have single elbows, but they've got that kind of interesting long cut. So they kind of get a teeny bit past 90, at least for Obi-Wan. Anakin is a little bit better, almost like a 45 degree there. So yeah, these are finally like your ultimate figure. The originals were just not great. I don't think they were worthy of being called Black Series. So let's take a quick look at that. So here is a archive Obi-Wan. Whoops. And even with the better paint, he's got a pinhead. So just a huge difference. Night and day difference. And then Anakin, I don't have a Black Series Anakin anymore, but I do have the episode 2 one, which is the same body. It's also missing the underskirt. All the figures were like that. This is a nice figure. I like what they did with the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks really good, but this body is like janky now. So hopefully we get like I can see them just basically reusing this, changing the colors. The colors are a little bit more lighter on the episode 2 version. So there's that. I did want to show him off with the figure arts Anakin, because I do like the figure arts. And this is the 2.0. This is not perfect by any means, but this is great. This is I'll definitely say this is the better figure now. And then just wanted to show him off with a kind of action-oriented Padme. They look good together. And last but not least, seeing these guys together. And I'm sure we'd want a different version of her now that we have a live action actress to represent her. But, you know, you can put them in the mix, and that's something cool to do. One last thing. Both of them come with force hands. You know, that was a big thing in the final act. You know, they were doing all the force pushing and stuff like that. And there's also a little lightsaber effect. And you just pick one of these guys' lightsabers and pretend they are clashing together. So very cool. Definitely dig this set. I would say if you are, you know, a Black Series collector, if you can get this set, try to get it from Hasbro Pulse. It's great. If for whatever reason you don't get it, there are regular versions coming out, and they're going to be totally super awesome as regular versions also. So let me know what you think. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.